Miriam was an extravaganza. When it was her heyday, there was a moment where she was walking and winning like every ball she went to. She was on a whole nother level. And I'm just like here and she was like there. I really couldn't understand how she looked so feminine without so many surgeries. Like I wasn't jealous, but I was just like, I side-eyed her a little bit. Me, I'm here struggling, having reconstructions, having botched surgeries, and this bitch has this little nose, this high-pitched voice that I had to pay $10,000 for, and like this short little petite little body, and I'm just like, where the hell did she come from? But she wasn't out publicly. We didn't go out telling people, oh, I'm trans, oh, I used to be a boy, and now I'm a girl. Like, people couldn't understand it. So acceptance was kind of weird for us. Like, how could they accept something that they really don't understand? So I think we lived our lives under the radar.
Most people at that time had no real concept of trans, or just saw it as ladyboys, or cross-dressers, or transvestites. And certainly, TV and media were really ignorant. And that was my real fear when I saw the brief for the Something About Miriam. The title of the show could easily have been, there's something really weird and different, strange and unusual, and you're going to be shocked by it about Miriam. Really is the subtext of it, because from the get-go, the audience knew that Miriam was trans. On screen, we got a doctor to basically lift her skirt and make sure she was a man. Do you know what I mean? It's one, unethical and ridiculous and horrible and disgusting and so many words I could use. But she's not a man. She has male genitalia. The fact that Miriam had a penis seemed to be the punchline of the joke. That wasn't a joke, because it was Miriam and it was her life. And it was these boys who didn't have the option to consent. It was cruelty television.
I was 21 and living in New York at the time. Out of the blue, I got a call from a British television company. They asked if I would be interested in starring in a new reality TV series where 6 guys are in competition to try and seduce a beautiful woman. The catch, though, was that the beautiful woman would not be all that the guys think she is. It was too good a chance to miss.
The top line was 6 guys try and date the woman of their dreams and discover she is a man. So the word man was used, and I think we have to kind of own this, because otherwise we will never learn. We were not using words like trans, transgender, trans woman, trans man, cisgender. We know differently now. Sky wanted that show because it was headlining, explosive. Oh, we're doing something different. And this would be shocking, talked about TV.
When you heard about the idea, did you have any reservations about it?
No, I didn't. I thought it was a good idea. I think Miriam saw it as an opportunity. She wanted success. She wanted to be famous.
Nobody expected it to end up like it did.
I don't think there was enough thought given to what the outcome could be. They were not the boys you should have put on a show to explore gender and sexuality. They were very of their time. The world just seemed to be full of lads. Being gay was still not very accepted. And gender was you were a man or you're a woman or you were, a hermaphrodite, intersex, that was it.
For us as production staff, the more time that we spent around the boys than the boys spent around Miriam, it was just getting mind-bogglingly hard to try and keep Miriam's secret a secret. We were just told, you can't tell any lies, but don't ever say he or she. You need to say, Miriam is a really beautiful person, so that the deceit or the format that could carry on being perpetuated.
The crew came, producers came, they pointed at the cameras, and you're like, okay, so they're going to be filming us everywhere, all the time. It was pretty innocent. We were all just hanging out together, holding hands on the dates or kisses on cheeks. It was real, just, you know, just romantic-y sort of stuff. And then there was one night that changed everything.
Changing people's opinions is like turning a supertanker. And it takes a long time, and it's very slow. They were trying to do a speedboat right hand turn, and I think that's where it backfired.
It's so sad, and it's to think that we might have had anything to do with that. I hope we didn't.
Miriam wouldn't reveal she was a transgender woman until the end. That reveal was crucial for us, but there was not a deliberate intent to screw people over.
Leading up to the reveal day, where Miriam was going to tell the boys, you know, like her secret, I was getting really, really stressed out, and I didn't really want to be spending any more time around the boys than I needed to. We were all like cats on hot tin roofs. We were just totally freaked out and just really kind of dreading what was going to come.
Reality TV was brand new, and it was a bit like the Wild West. There was no rate limiter on what producers could do, so they would do more and more extreme things. My real fear was the reveal, the one last whip back the curtain, and how people are going to react.
Well, the whole premise of the show is about the reaction. You know, when the winner is picked and there's a reveal, that's just the nature of television programming and certainly reality. But this idea that this poor young person was plucked out of Mexico and dumped, you know, into this situation. She was a savvy, clever woman. She knew exactly what she was getting into and why, and she wanted to be part of it.
At that time, how did you feel about the deception?
I didn't feel anything. We're in the business of making television shows. I didn't feel anything about the format that I felt was bad or wrong, or I didn't feel that way. I really didn't.
What did you think the purpose of it was?
Entertainment. We have to get our heads around that. We're in the business of making shows to entertain. Do I think it went beyond any kind of moral codes of conduct? No.
I asked to meet Miriam, and she was very softly spoken, demure, and she was sure that she was going to pick Tom, and Tom really liked her. He was open-minded, and he would be fine, and she would love to spend some time with him. She genuinely fancied him. And I was trying to sort of gently, as possibly gently as I could reframe it and say, well, what happens if they're upset because they find out about your secret? And how do you feel about that, Miriam? Are you worried about it? And she was very, I'm going to be famous, this is going to be great, I'm fine, I've dealt with worse in my life, you know, this is my story, but you know, I don't need any support, I'm going to be okay. That was, it was very off-pat, but like a rehearsed contributor. That, you know, come in and tell you what you think you want to hear. And I just was like, they've sold her a dream without anybody telling her what could go wrong.
The last day of filming was the most frightening day of my life. Not only was I revealing myself to the guys, I was revealing myself to the world. As well as that, I had to be good on camera because the whole series depended on the drama of that moment.
Everybody on the crew, the production staff, we all just felt like this kind of sense of trepidation.
There was a potential shitstorm ahead, for sure.
As soon as she said, I am not a woman, all the boys started to laugh, and that's when I thought, shit. Miriam's final reveal was written, that was scripted. I overheard a conversation about how they would work, but she said them, so they become her words. You know, I was born a man, is what she said. So they immediately thought, I've just fancied a man.
I went back to the hotel and was shaking from the experience. I didn't know if they were going to punch me or attack me. I wasn't out to hurt anyone's feelings. No one in the crew would talk to me. They were all my friends during the filming, and now they don't want to know me. I feel really upset and alone.
At that time, 20 years ago, the boys saw someone with breasts and makeup on in a dress with genitals, male genitals, as a man. And they didn't think that she was a woman.
Did you speak to her after the reveal itself?
Yeah. After the reveal and after the men had reacted, it was important to reassure Miriam and help her understand it wasn't about her. It was nothing she'd done. She had a feeling, a kind of sense of bravado, like, oh, well, that's what you can expect. That people will always reject you, always hurt you, always exclude you. There was a weary inevitability about it with her.
El viaje me acuerdo como si fuera ayer. Es algo que uno, por más que quiera olvidarlo, siempre va a estar ahí.
Fue el 5 de febrero. Yo me fui regresé al trabajo y salí a las 3 y fui al patio de mi casa. Así la encontramos su cuerpo colgado.
Al momento de entrar aquí, vi a mi mamá, ya estaba llorando.
Y con su cara preciosa, sí, los ojitos bien. Duré unas horas con ella.
Me agarró y me dijo, ayúdame, la quiero bajar. No recuerdo quién me ayudó, pero entre dos personas la agarramos y la pusimos ahí, en ese lugar. Y la tapamos con una sábana. No hubo una investigación de la muerte de Miriam. Cuando la toman por un suicidio, paran todo, no investigan.
Miriam no puede haberse suicidado. No puede ser, porque la forma en que la encontré, sus pies estaban como unos 40 centímetros de la superficie de la tierra. No había algo donde se pudiese haber subido. ¿Cómo se iba a subir? ¿Cómo iba a sostenerse ella su peso? Tenía que haber dos personas, mínimo 2 personas, para poder hacer eso que hicieron.
My mom believed that it was someone trying to kill her, but I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Why does your mum believe that?
Daniel told us that Miriam was involved with the mob, first in New York and then in Las Vegas.
Who was Daniel?
Daniel Cuervo, he's a friend. He was a friend of Miriam for a long, long time, but he also was this kind of tricky person,
Oh my God, he got so old.
I'm Daniel Cuervo. I knew her for almost 23 years. I met her in Mexico. She was gorgeous. I never seen a woman who was so beautiful. I want to make sure that everybody knows that there was no way in hell that she can commit suicide. No way. Everything is wrong, the way the police said that it happens. Mind you, she could not move the left arm because she had an accident. The hand would go like this. That's it. That's as much as you can close it. How the hell can you hang yourself up without one arm?
As much as I can't stand him, I actually hear his side. And yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's not humanly possible for it to happen the way that they are giving the details of.
She met somebody in Vegas.
What?
The wrong people that took her down the wrong path. That day was 9 o'clock in the morning, and she called. She says, "Oh, honey, listen, I have a problem. I've been bleeding blood all night." I said, "Wait a minute, go to the doctor immediately." So I called an Uber and I sent her to the hospital. I told her to call me after 2. At exactly 2 p.m., she called. And I went to get the phone and I missed the call. And at 8 o'clock, they called me. They said that Miriam had killed herself. You tell me, you get a call at 9 o'clock saying that she's bleeding blood. She's going away to a doctor. And 8 o'clock, she's dead. Why would you call me? And not only that, I got a call 10 o'clock from somebody in Mexico. And they said, listen, look, you better not come here if you don't want to be the next one.
Who do you think these people are then?
It's traffickers, human traffickers. They were after her for a while.
La policía se estuvo muchas horas con él. Le dejé un escrito en la agencia del ministerio y le dije que no había sido suicidio, que había sido asesinada. Y lo que me cuenta, sí fue asesinada, dice. Que las investigaciones cuestan mucho dinero, no resuelven los casos.
I think that my mom's the strongest person I know. She wants answers, but probably we never could get them. She wants to make someone responsible for those things, but we don't know if they really exist. I don't think that anybody knows the truth about Miriam, not even us as a family.
I know that a lot of people say that somebody do it, but no. No, I know that she do it. She was really upset. All the drugs, all the struggle, come back to the same place with anything. Only her memories about who she was. All these struggles from the past, they start to coming to her. The sadness killed her.